Hey everyone! Let's create some dynamic pages in Nuxt. So we already have a page created with our products. We're getting all these mountains coming from an API, so it's all dynamic data. And what we also did in the previous videos, we can actually see that the slug is going to the page of the mountain, right? So here we have Mont Blanc, for example, here we have Mount Everest, and we can literally click this and oh no, this page cannot be found. That's because we didn't create that page. So we're going to get that error message. But what I did do is create a page for the first mountain. So if I click on this, I'm going to get this beautiful page here. So how did I get that? Well, that was really simple. What I created was a page with the name of the slug for that mountain, and I just put some static data in here, a paragraph, a title, an image, description. So pretty much static, and this will work for this mountain only. So what I could do is create a page for every single mountain, but that would be a lot of repetition, right? So we don't really want to do that. So how can I create a dynamic page? Dynamic pages can simply be created by using or by putting an underscore before that page. So now, just by having that underscore, if I now go back here and I click to, let me see, Mount Everest, I'm now going to get that page, right? So that's actually working. So now what do I need to do? Now, what I've done here is I've created the page with this, but what I really want to do is I want to get the data coming from the slug because this is not going to have much effect. So I'm going to rename this to be slug. So the slug is what we have. Yeah, Mount Everest is the slug, the name of the mountain. And this is what we've been using in our products page to be able to get that. So it's actually under the shop product card. So we can open that just so I can quickly show you. There we go. And we have our mountain.slug. Okay, so that's how that is coming there. So now in my slug page, what I want to do is I want to make a call to the API so I can fill all this data in per mountain, right? So we can do that very easily. Let me show you in the documentation under features book data fetching. Here we have an example of using async data. So we're going to copy this example and then we'll just refactor it. So into our application and in our underscore slug page, we're just going to paste in this. Now I have Axios installed instead of HTTP, so I'm going to use the Axios. So I'll just refactor that here. And we don't want to get posts, we want to get mountains. And as you can see, we're passing in params, right? So I want to get the params. Well, let me just show you quickly. I can just get the name of the mountain. So if you look here, this is the name of our mountain. So I could just put this in here. And now I'm going to get the call to that mountain. So I'm going to call it mountain. And I'm going to return the mountain. Oops, mountain. And let me see, up here, just before here, I'm going to put in a pre-tag into my braces, and I'm just going to put mountain. If I can spell it right, that would be good. There we go. So now I should be able to see my mountain. Okay, so let's have a look. There we go. And into our page, I'm going to click on here, and we get nothing back. So that's not very good because I spelled mountain wrong. There we go, fix that. Now we should get a mountain. Yes, we got a mountain. Great. I love it when a plan comes to action. Okay, so now if I go to a different page, for example, Mont Blanc, I'm still getting this same data everywhere, right? So I want to make this more dynamic. So what I'm going to do is in my API, I need this to be dynamic. I need it to come from the slug. We already have the slug. So what I can do here is I can put params.slug. So by using the params, the slug that's coming from my params, I can get the mountain that I want to. So let's return that and let's have a look. So now I've got Mont Blanc, right? And you can see here my slug. So it's coming in correctly. And if I went to Kilimanjaro, for example, I get Kilimanjaro. So that's cool, right? So that's working exactly how I want it to. And now all I've got to do is simply replace these with the right mountain. So I'm using async data. I'm calling it mountain, and I'm awaiting my Axios call to my mountain API with the params.slug here. And then I'm going to return the mountain. So what's inside the mountain? We already seen that this is what we get: a title, a description, a height, the countries, the continent, the image, and then this is some extra information. So let me use, we'll do this one quickly because it's quite easy. We just go mountain dot description. So this should give me my description. And if I go back here and just look down here, I'm going to see I'm now got Kilimanjaro description for this mountain because I'm on the Mount Kilimanjaro page. So that's looking very cool. And I can very easily put the mountain.continent and the mountain.name. And that should give me the right, yes, I've got the continent. And I haven't got the name because it's actually called title. So I need to change that to title. So there we go. This is why it's always good to put a pre-tag when you're coding along so you can see what you're doing. So I've pre-tagged here with the mountain so I can get the results back and I can see what I have access to. So this is going to be my mountain.title. There we go. And I should put the mountain.image. So where's my image? So in here, I want to get rid of this. Even though it's the right image, it's going to show me always the same mountain. So I want to make that dynamic as well. So mountain.image. And I just need to put the two little dots here to make sure that it's binded correctly. So now I've got my mountain.image. And my alt tag could literally be mountain.title. There we go. And if I go back here, oh, I've got a different mountain and that's looking good. So Mount Kilimanjaro is in Argentina. I don't think so. So let's just quickly fix that. We can do our height as well. Dot height and mountain.country. There we go. And now we have, oh no, our country doesn't work. Why does our country not work? Well, let's have a look at our data. So in our country, oh, it's countries and it's an array. So what do we need to do here? So we basically want the country in countries. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a v4 and we're going to say for country in countries, and I'll just put the key equals country, and then we will just put country. I can close that span. And now I should be basically printing out the countries that are in the countries because some mountains are actually part of more than one country. So in this case, that didn't work out. So country for country and countries in mountain.countries. There we go. Oh, mountains, mountain.country. Let's bring that down here so you can see it a bit better. Lovely. And now I've got, yes! So now I've got all my data and it's all working exactly how I want it. Let me just remove the pre-tag so that we can see our page being nicer. And now let's go back and we've got our beautiful static page is now dynamic. Our Denali mountain, beautiful in Alaska. Let's go down. Oh, let's go to Antarctica, the Vinson massive mountain. And here we have everything working dynamic. It's all coming from the slug. So this is really, really cool. Now, what if I wanted to not have slug as my as my page because maybe I'm going to have more dynamic pages. So we can actually just name this however we want. So we could literally just rename it mountain. So by calling it mountain, underscore mountain, I've now got a dynamic page called mountain. Is that going to work? Let's have a look. Oh no, request failed with a status code 404. Uh-oh. So what we need to do here is that we were basically saying that the params was coming from slug. It was reading slug. And now we need to say params.mountain. Let's have a look. So now if I refresh the page, I've got my page. Okay, so it's reading from the mountain, from the underscore mountain page. It's reading that slug. It's mountain Mont Blanc. I go back, let me just double check. We'll click on this one again, and it's all working exactly as we wanted. So just to recap, what we did was we created an underscore mountain page, and then we're using the params of mountain to be able to replace what's in here with the page name. So that page name would be Mont Blanc, or that page name would be whatever mountain that is. Yeah, that's going to be replaced by the mountain here. And then that's able to read that from the params and get that API call for that particular mountain. And then we're able to just put all the data in here that we want. And there we have a fantastic dynamic page created very easily with Nuxt using async data and just by putting an underscore before the page. So that's kind of really, really cool. So much cool things you can do with dynamic pages. And as you can see, you can create as many as you want. So yeah, have fun creating dynamic pages with Nuxt. Thank you. Bye.